Is Jayadvaita Swami attempting to murder Prabhupada's original Gita? It's obsolete. It's dead.
Sickening evidence. Jayadvaita Swami boldly declares Prabhupada's original Gita is obsolete or dead. 31 years ago, 1995, Denistha Devi Dasi enthusiastically called Jayadvaita Swami and offered to pay for 5,000 original Bhagavad-gitas. Jayadvaita Swami's reply was shocking.
The old edition is obsolete. It's been revised, there's a new edition out, we'd like it to be the standard edition. And, we'd just be happy to see the old edition just, gracefully go into obscurity. We'd just be just as happy to see it, gracefully be let alone and not, gradually become a forgotten issue, which it deserves to be. And it seems the longer the old edition stays in print, the harder it is for that to happen naturally.
Naturally?
Wow. Let's have a closer look at Maharaj's shocking declaration. The original Gita is obsolete. He claims he is bringing ours closer to Srila Prabhupada. But why does he want to vanquish the original powerful Gita that saved the world? Let's compare what Maharaj has said with Srila Prabhupada's absolute instructions.
The old edition is obsolete. It's been revised, there's a new edition out, we'd like it to be the standard edition.
The Maharaj talks about the old edition and new edition, but Srila Prabhupada instructed, never change the 72 edition without his sanction. So why did Jayadvaita Swami immensely displease Srila Prabhupada by foolishly disobeying his instruction about no sanction and no revision? Srila Prabhupada never sanctioned a revision of his 72 Gita. Never. Jayadvaita Swami arrogantly revised the 72 Gita and made 5,000 plus changes, mostly strictly forbidden style and philosophy changes. Here is proof the Gita revision was strictly forbidden by Srila Prabhupada without his consent. Srila Prabhupada signed a contract with the publisher Macmillan stating revisions only with the consent of the author. Srila Prabhupada signed a contract with the publisher Macmillan stating revisions only with the consent of the author. So why did Jayadvaita Swami offensively contradict and disobey Srila Prabhupada, Guru of Agna?
If you concoct, I am very intelligent, then my Guru, and I can make addition and alteration, then you are finished, says Srila Prabhupada. All those who took part in making the 5,000 plus strictly forbidden major additions and alterations to the style and philosophy of 74% of the verses in the Bhagavad-gita As It Is, are finished, says Srila Prabhupada. Jayadvaita Swami horrifically said, Prabhupada's original Gita, that saved the world, deserves to become a forgotten issue? Srila Prabhupada, regarding Jayadvaita, it is good for him to avoid controversy. Letter to Rameshwara, November 25, 1974. As soon as there is some controversy, avoid it. Srila Prabhupada, on Book Publishing, April 10, 1976, Vrindavan. Jayadvaita was present. Srila Prabhupada said, even a slight change will spoil it. I repeat, even a slight change will spoil it. Srila Prabhupada wrote on August 29, 1967, we should always be very careful to give full respect to those who have so carefully handled this divine fruit of transcendental knowledge before us. Even a slight change will spoil it. That is why I have always been so careful to give you only those things which I have heard from my Guru Maharaj. End of quote. So, if a slight change spoils it, imagine how much the Gita is spoiled by 5,000 plus mostly major changes? Srila Prabhupada's final book editing instructions, given in 1977. Our books must remain as they are. Do not waste your time anymore with such attempts. Prabhupada, Arsaprar Yoga. That is, he should not become more learned than the authority. That is very bad habit. Prabhupada, why finish it? Whatever is done, is done. No more, means no more changes. Prabhupada, the system is, whatever authority has done, even there is mistake, it should be accepted. Prabhupada, write to Satsvarup, that, this is the position. They are doing anything and everything at their whim. The next printing should be again to the original way. Prabhupada scolds rascal editors. No more changes, 1977. Prabhupada, so they are doing very freely, and dangerously. And this rascal is always after change, ex-dasa. He's a great rascal. Rascal Editor's Conversation, Vrindavan, June 22, 1977. Prabhupada, distorting. What can I do? These rascals cannot be educated. Dangerous. Little learning, dangerous. So how to correct? The leader of these dangerous ex-dasa. Rascal Editor's Conversation, Vrindavan, June 22, 1977. Prabhupada, he's a dangerous, who maintains these rascal with this work. He'll always have questions and alteration. That is his business. That is American business. They take that always. What can I do? Ultimate, it goes for editorial. They make changes, such changes. Prabhupada scolds, rascal editors. Prabhupada, it should remain as it is. Prabhupada, this transcendental writing does not depend on material education. It depends on the spiritual realization. You'll find, therefore, in the comments of Bhagavatam, by different acharjas, even there are some discrepancies, they are accepted as Arsa Prayoga. It should remain as it is. Srila Prabhupada, Vrindavan, March 31, 1976. Prabhupada, they cannot change anything. Svarup Darmodar, oh, yes. They change so many things in our article. Prabhupada, so you bring this to Satsvarupa. They cannot change anything. Rascal Editor's Conversation, Vrindavan, June 22, 1977. Is this the most offensive, sacrilegious, book change? The following glorification of Srila Prabhupada was shamelessly removed from all BBTI's revised editions of Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad-gita As It Is. He is the greatest exponent of Krishna consciousness in the Western world. When questioned about this, Jayadvaita Swami said, he had nothing to do with it. Rameswara Prabhu commented, in November 2025, that Jayadvaita Swami is absurd. What could be the evil reason for permanently removing glorification of Srila Prabhupada that he personally saw, relished, and approved? Is it the same evil reason why Jayadvaita Swami wanted the glorification of Srila Prabhupada removed from Mangal Arti, in spite of the fact that Srila Prabhupada approved such glorification? Rameswara Prabhu on the original books. Of all the varied instructions I received, what stands out the most is when Srila Prabhupada told me. That is directly from my diary. These books, Srila Prabhupada's original 1972 to 1977 publications, are his life's work, his labor of love, and his gift to humanity. The law books for the next 10,000 years, he often said. Prabhupada, there cannot be change. Real law means there is no change. So as soon as you change, that means it is imperfect. Just like in law books, there is some law made already. Whimsically you cannot, I mean to say, erase the words and put something that, it should be changed like this. That will not be accepted. Law, if there is change. Actually, there is no change. There cannot be change. Real law means there is no change. Just like day and night, it is coming. The fortnight, the dark period and the light period, it is coming for millions and millions, and time immemorial. The same law is going on. You cannot change. So as soon as you change, that means it is imperfect. You change. 1972, September 20th, Prabhupada Lecture, Los Angeles. Garuda Prabhu, on the original books. ISKCON's top scholar, His Grace. Garuda Prabhu, direct disciple of Srila Prabhupada. PhD professor of comparative religion, and a renowned Sanskrit scholar, organized a posthumous editing conference, with 40-plus renowned academic scholars, to critique the posthumous changes made to Srila Prabhupada's books, over the last almost 50 years. They all unanimously agreed that such editing is illegal, immoral, and totally unacceptable in the academic world. Garuda Prabhu invited the top BBTI editors to attend the conference, but they continued their trend of not entertaining any dialogue with anyone opposed to their unauthorized posthumous book editing. The BBTI think they are impressing the academia with their posthumous editing. But in fact, they have not received a single favorable review from any scholar over the last 50 years, whereas the original books received numerous very favorable reviews in just over a decade. The BBTI outrageously changes Srila Prabhupada's words thousands of times over, and fraudulently presents those changes as Srila Prabhupada's original writings. And what to speak of the fact that the BBTI editors, and the GBC, are displeasing Srila Prabhupada in the worst possible way.
Lord Chaitanya says, book changes are offensive and sinful. Lord Chaitanya's spiritual master, Isvarapuri, asked the Lord, I have written a book about Lord Krishna. I know you are a great scholar. I want you to correct the mistakes. This will please me very much. Lord Chaitanya replied, these are descriptions of Lord Krishna by a pure devotee. If anyone finds any mistake, then he is a sinful offender. The pure devotee never writes anything from his imagination, devoid of a scriptural basis. These writings are always pleasing to Lord Krishna. Chaitanya Bhagavat, Arti Leela, Chapter 11. Note, Lord Chaitanya warns everyone that any changes to a pure Vaishnava's writing is offensive and sinful. Because of the changes to the style and philosophy, in 74% of the original verses in the Bhagavad-gita As It is largely contaminated with offenses and sin. Join the petition to save Prabhupada's original books.
If Lord Chaitanya declares book changes are offensive and sinful, we have to strictly follow.
Please help save Srila Prabhupada's original books. Please sign the petition to the GBC.